This tutorial is for adding Laserdome avatar interactions to your own avatar, meaning your emissions will automatically change colors depending on what team you choose, and they'll automatically dim whenever you get hit in-game. I'll be assuming you already have an avatar set up with emissions with a hue shift slider to change their color. Once you got that, you should go to the Laserdome Discord, which the link will be in the description, and find the avatar interaction setup channel and download the example Unity package in there. Once you have that all imported, go to the Laserdome parameters, make sure you have expressions. We won't need the fizzbone, so you can delete that. LD/hue, LD/autoteam, LD/dead, and if it's not there, click add and type LD/team as well, and make sure that is an integer. Once you have those 5 exactly as they are here, go into the VR Labs Avatar 3.0 Manager, and if you don't have this, you can get it straight from the VRC Creator Companion, just import that. Drag your avatar in, go to the parameters, scroll down, add the Laserdome parameters, and click Copy Parameters. We'll add all of these in here. Next, you'll want to see what the right defaults on your avatar are. So if all of these boxes are turned off, that means you're using right defaults off, and if they're all on, that means you're using right defaults on. If they are mixed, you'll want to set a unified state, meaning if most of them are on, you want to click right defaults on. If most of them are off, you want to click right defaults off. Once you've done that, come down here. There are 2 different FX controllers, one for right defaults on, one for right defaults off. Mine are off, so I'll go ahead and click FX, scroll down, add animator to merge, and I'll drag in Laserdome setup right defaults off, and click merge on current. Alright, before we head into the FX controller to do some tweaking, you want to go and check what the parameter is that changes your emissions hue. So the one I'm going to use here is hue markings. That changes the hue of my emissions, which are these light blue portions. So with that in mind, head over to your FX controller, and where it says LD/hue, you either want to change this to the parameter you just found, or if it's already in here, like it is for me, you can just go ahead and delete it. Now, in the layers, you want to come down to LD/hue, open up the blend tree by double-clicking, and replace the parameter here with the parameter that you're going to be using, so mine is hue markings. Now go to LD/team, and do the exact same thing for all of these on top. Change where it says LD/hue, the destination will be instead whatever parameter you will be using. All we're concerned about right now is these animations on top. The ones on the bottom are for an unreleased game called Phaser Space. You can set these up in the exact same way if you want to, but I won't be doing that here. That's just for your own personal decision. Next, you want to head over to LD Life, click one of these states, click the animation, and you want to focus on these 2 animations here, the alive and dead animations. These will be whether or not your emissions are turned on based on whether you've been shot. So, to change these, go ahead and duplicate your model. Name whatever you want, we're just using it for an animation here. Click these 2 animations, and drag them in. Now, to change these to your emissions, you can go ahead and delete this keyframe. Find your shader, go ahead to wherever your emission strength is located, click record, drag it, just to make it shows up in here, and set it back to what it was. This is now your state for your animations, for your emissions turned on. You can copy this keyframe, go to the dead animation, and replace that, and set it to a lower value. You want to do some trial and error to figure out what works best, what looks best, depending on how your avatar is set up. So you want to make sure you have a good distinction between alive and dead so people know whether or not you're able to be shot. Now that we have that set up, we're almost done. Just head back into your FX controller, go to LD team, and this part you'll have to do mostly on your own. For each of these animations you want to change, you'll go to the value here, and you'll have to find which value corresponds to the color that you want it to be. So none of these work for me, they might be fine for you. I think these are set up for if your default emissions are red, these will all work, but mine are not. So I'm going to set them up now since I already know what values mine should be at. There we go. And there's no problem doing trial and error here. Go in game, mess around with your sliders, do whatever you need to do, and come back here and do this. Get these all set up. And once you have that, you are done. You can go ahead and upload your avatar and test it in game, and I'll show you how to do that now. In VR chat, Terpyderp has a great world for testing Laserdome emissions. Just go to the search bar and type in Terpyderp and you'll find it. Come over here, and you can click any one of these to test everything we just set up. So if you're red, if you're pink, if you're blue, all the emissions will change properly. If you're alive or dead, the emissions will dim. And there you go. Have fun playing Laserdome with your new avatar.